completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Running behind center with Harris. And he'll get it up to the 27. Give him 3 on that game. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10.
Friday! Check. Be alert.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. Forced out to his right. Wide open down the field, and he has it! And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 39. And that's a Steelers first down. Russ now from the gun. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. Just... No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Check 50.
Throwing again is Russ. He's on the move. Here's a deep shot towards the... They connect on the deep shot. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take a fourth quarter lead. George Pickens the touchdown. His third through the air this game.
The Steelers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Wilson to throw again. And he's going to get in. The try is good. Their lead stretches to 6. That is their third conversion this game. They haven't been shy on the confidence to go for it or to back it up once it's snapped.
I love that word, confidence. And I love being in a huddle and you can feel it. When you're on offense that feels like you can't be stopped, you can't wait to say, ready, break. No matter what the situation or circumstance is, in 3 conversions, that's job well done.
Out now come the Texans on offense. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here.
On the quick, right? 19 Texans.
Stroud throwing here on first. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Here we go.
From the 40 on second down. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side. That's caught at the 25. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Offense up to the line fast. First down, Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Back to throw, Stroud. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Looking to throw, Stroud. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans come through to tie it in the fourth. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. All right, they got the job done. 2-point conversion successful. And as a result, a 2-point lead for them in this second half.
Yeah, the biggest deal right there, it really didn't matter if they kicked the PAT or went for 2 and ultimately got it. The most important part was breaking the tie. And I'll tell you what else it does, Kate. It really starts to mess with that opponent's chart over there. Everyone has them going into the game. When do I go for 1? When do I go for 2? Yeah, this coach just sped up that entire process with that decision.
The Steelers and George Pickens set for this next possession. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Wilson on 1st and 10. Rolling left, buying some time. Thrown on the run, deep down that left. This is caught inside the 15. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Working inside the red zone. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you've got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Looking to throw. Escapes the puck, and they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers jump in front late. Russell Wilson with the touchdown. All right, here we go, everybody. Big play for the Steelers as they go for 2. They send a tight end in motion. Back to throw. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th. Well, got a little history for y'all now. That is their 4th conversion this game. That ties the NFL record in a single contest. You're not supposed to be able to do this 4 times in a game against an NFL defense partner. How have they pulled it off?
Yeah, I hate to sound cliche here, but it's so true. When I'm watching this execution, Kate, it's everybody. It takes all 11. Heck, it takes the calls on the sideline, too. You don't make NFL history unless your team is all on the same page.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now begin with a run by Mixon. He cuts it back right. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Nike taxi. Why Tony? Hey, south.
Here he is to throw. He's got him. That's Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. He'll look to throw it. Pass caught by Tate Dell. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Hey! Robert. Hey, uno more.
Setting up to pass. Pass is caught at the 9. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that.
And it's a touchdown in the final minute. He's in, and now an extra point would give him the lead and maybe the win. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
And this is caught. Oh, he gets them 2 points, and with those, they've got the lead. Okay, partner, obviously no complaining about the results. Great position to win this game now, but help your girl out here. Why go for 2 when all you needed was an extra point to give you the lead?
Kicker issues? Not trusting your kicker? I don't know. But I know this, when they get to the press room after this game, every single reporter is going to have that one waiting, no matter what the result is. And as you said, that was awesome. You get the 2, you take that risk, but this coach is going to have to answer to that decision here shortly.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To throw, here's Wilson. Getting out to his left. Looking sideline and caught by Washington. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
To throw. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Go, 14.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. Buys time, rolling right. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Wanted to get that one to Mike Williams. And now they face 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
A loss of 13 yards brings up 3rd down.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Oh, right.
Keeping it with Mixon. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Well, they waited right until the end to use this final timeout. Only 6 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, right.
Third down, Mixon gets it. And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. So the Texans come away with the road win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered.
Yeah, you better pat me down and pray for peace before you let us in. My jettison is full of carnivores and lettucemen. You pushing positive, then we can be the best of friends. We drink the fire from the fountain in excellence. Open sores, open doors like a Trojan horse. No remorse, I make lore fact like college course. Making seconds to records, the textures you could never touch the circle I rolled and you overstepped your effort. I'm the shepherd of leopards, I'll pull you back together.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it...
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, zero.
A first carry for Najee Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Wilson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Now a first down carry for Harris. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put it in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score on the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Oh, ready. 11.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
2J.
Stroud looking to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 68 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll try and throw for it. Dancing to his left. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at two-point conversions, and both failed.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more two-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Under.
A 3-yard pickup.
11.
Now Stroud. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early. But he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
To throw is Wilson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Alert. Hey, alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
12.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Got it. Hey, alert. Good shot.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They run again with Harris. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Wilson. Out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense stands tall.
On the quick, right?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stroud off the play fake. This one taken in by Stover. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Right, Tony. Here we go.
Stroud out of the gun here. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And Stroud now to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Chris Boswell will be kicking off for Pittsburgh.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Stroud sets up the play action. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Look to hot. Buggy.
Throwing now is Stroud. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 57 yards. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Wilson going to change things up here.
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Throwing is Wilson. He'll buy some time right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Being chased out left. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Russell Wilson from 17 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Houston's offense taking over again. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double.
And now here's another interception.
picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Wilson on the move to his left. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Harris running straight ahead. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Wilson. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens.
49 yards.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
The Steelers will line up for the 2.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Now Wilson. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Trying to stretch the field with Schultz.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now Wilson changing the play. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Touch 50, touch 50.
Wilson. Flush to his right. Got an open man. It's Pickens.
Let's go.
Second down and 8.
19.
Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20.
Good job right there.
Wilson will throw again. Flushed out right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Second and goal from the 1. Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
Houston set to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Going deep for Diggs. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Deltha O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Here's one deep for Pickens. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this when he's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Cut.
Wilson. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Flash.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. It's tough to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 56 yards.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Wilson.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, uno.
Stroud to throw it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats And some guys, you just had to...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this...
It's the NFL on EA.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started.
And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills. The ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's one deep for Pickens. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, They wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And his throw is incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Looking to throw, Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Falcons. Ross Dwelly, 40 yards. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
So now the Falcons are going to line up and go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw with Penix.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Go.
A handoff for Warren.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson.
He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On the give, it's Warren.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll run it, Warren.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Complete to Austin here over the middle.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball on the 32, it's 2nd and 2.
And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Check.
That's another Steelers first down.
Not pass.
Now a run with Warren.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Throwing is Wilson.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they go to work on a first and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang.
Back to throw. Wilson forced out to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. On the give, this is Harris. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers have cut the lead back down to 2. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. I know it's still just the first half, but we'll see if that 2 points looms large later.
I would have kicked it. And I know that they were trying to equal the score, but sometimes you kind of get seduced into that. It's the first half. Kick the extra point and continue to play so you don't have to chase points later.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the Watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Eluding the pressure right. And complete to Drake London. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And London, the motion man right. Here's Penix.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
2nd and 10.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
Across the formation, he hits Austin.
And he'll go down the middle before getting this inside the 30. Now Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Falcons are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. Kyle Pitts.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts,
91 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was fun.
Here's a diving catch right side.
Easy. Hey, alert.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help, Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To the air, Penix. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, it's one thing to get the interception, and it was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clipped from behind, blocked someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now when the defenders make a big play? There's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two.
And looking to throw, Penix.
That's caught at the one. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here's 2nd and 7. In motion goes McLeod.
70 Ranger.
Now Penix.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
18, London, 18, check. Ready.
They'll throw with Penix. That one deep for London.
And this is caught inside the 5. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Throwing again, Penix.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Ray McLeod as the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime.
They'll try and throw for it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, Might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
19 tight. 19 tight. Check go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
18 Cardinal, 18.
Looking to throw, Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
18. Let's go now. Ready.
A give to Robinson on the option. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Mike Williams,
54 yards.
And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Now Wilson. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Moore, the man in motion. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Here we go,
They're going to look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
In motion goes McLeod.
They'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Here's Wilson to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action with Wilson. Dancing to his left.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And now here's another interception. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Penix.
He's got the hook up to McLeod. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
7 Pirates, Mustang 19.
Penix working out of the gun here.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Short throw caught by Pitts. Room to maneuver at the 35.
And finally down at the 32-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
The rookie from Washington putting it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Warriors 70. Go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Robinson is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix.
This is caught. Touchdown. Ross Dwelling, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons are able to stretch out their lead.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
Let's go now.
They'll try and throw with Penix.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone.
Unable to corral him. He fights through.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and then try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down.
They get him to the ground at the 26. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
14.
Wilson will throw again. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Throwing is Wilson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Arnold Ebiketie in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now it's Wilson. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That one deep for London.
And got his man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
And it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they
That
just
penalty
ran,
is
and
declined.
they like to let them stand.
Now it's Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Holding. Offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
They start on the ground with Robinson here.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll throw with Penix. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Patrick Queen.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So now the Steeler offense coming onto the field. They'll try to add 2 more. One last shot for Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And
yeah. I was bad in school, now I'm trying to dodge a ceiling. Just walked out the lavish store, pair of shoes, $12.50. You wanna boss up your life? All you gotta do is get in with me. I don't even pay to get in the club, they know I'm a walking ticket. I'm presidential leaving the club, we ain't stopping at no lights. You wanna be a boss? You gotta pay the price. Left wrist on frost, look like a bag of ice. I'm driving the Bentley Bentayga like I don't love my life. I'm in that thing shifting, and I'm lane switching. Big, I'ma stand on straight, baby. Ducking on like Blake Griffin.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go here in Atlanta. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Not the sharpest of starts on offense. Here, an early 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tua. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They are going for it. It's Tagovailoa. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 2nd down, Penix. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Atlanta.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. Now a loose football. It's picked up by the Dolphins.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fun. They're taught to carry the ball, and they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. Once again, it's Achane. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Tua going to give it to Achane. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down. Now Tua. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up. They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. To throw is Tua. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And he's going to have a Dolphins 1st down. They get it easily. It was 4th and 1, and the pickup was 5. On the handoff, this is Achane. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Now it's Tua. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. They'll run with Achane. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. They'll run with Achane. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown. So they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
From the gun, it's Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. Now a 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On the option, here's Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down, as he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. To the left side in the hands of London. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He fires downfield for Pitts. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. Pitts is the man in motion. Throwing now, Penix on first down. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Penix. This one intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky this didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Tua. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw. But think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
He's going to dial up another deep ball. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Here's 2. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still 4th down.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. They snap it to Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Well, nothing on the scoreboard in the first 2 quarters. Who can make the breakthrough? We are back underway. Quarter number 3. Scoreless game. The Falcons offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And now flags fly as a gain of about 4 could be negated.
Offense.
They'll throw. It's Penix. He'll get this to McLeod. Here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 14 and brings up 2nd down at the 24-yard line.
Penix going to throw again. That'll be caught by McLeod. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal. To throw is Penix. To the goal line and in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. And he will take it in and tack on the 2 points to make it 8-0. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Back to throw is Tua. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Tua. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And he will score. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. And even though it's just the 3rd quarter, we're trying to draw even right here and go for 2. Tua gonna throw. And he'll get in. to tie this game at 8. So all even at 8 as this kick is sent airborne. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. They'll try to break the standoff here. We are all even at 8 apiece as this drive begins with first down. And it'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Now Penix to throw on second down. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Penix. That's caught. It's Charlie Warner, the tight end. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of play. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Penix. That is caught at the 3. And he's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
All right, so the Falcons try to add on a 2-point conversion here. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Dolphins offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Penix. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's into the end zone. That might be the Atlanta. Now, a two-point conversion attempt coming.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
Throwing is Penix. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Tyrell Dodson.
That decision to go for two was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for two. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super.
And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
To the end zone, it's intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Ray McLeod going to bring it out. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to McLeod. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Now Robinson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. From the gun, it's Penix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. And here's Bijan. He'll get inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. On second down, here's Penix. He pulls it in around the 5. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. And they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now Tua. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're...
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it just past their 25.
All right, so sometimes as a coach, Mike, you just got to step in and take over. And I think in this case, you're going to look at your quarterback and say, I don't care how open that guy looks. If that defender's on that half the field, throw it to the other half. Because this is the 2nd time he has picked you off. And I guarantee the only thing on his mind right now is getting a 3rd. Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the Falcons. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Grego.